Team USA takes on Texas, the food and the gold medals. National League is back in action. We have full highlights and a social media send-off you don't want to miss. Counterattack right now. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on the Counterattack. We're back from Texas, back in the studio. A big thank you to our good friends in Louisville for hosting us at the Fina Women's Intercontinental Tournament. It was a big week of water polo for the USA women's team. They went 6-0 on the way to winning gold, and they also qualified for the Fina World League Super Final. Let's check out the highlights of the gold medal final against Australia. To the Louisville Westside Aquatic Center we go, where it was a huge crowd, people coming from all over the state. Of course, the Dallas area, Austin, Houston, appreciate everyone turning out to pack the facility they call the WAC. We start things off in the first quarter. A day after jumping out to a 6-0 lead against Australia, it was a little bit of deja vu. Team USA starts with Rachel Fatal. She'll put the United States ahead 1-0. Then one of the youngest players on the team, Aria Fisher, doing her work around the cage, 2-0. Another high schooler gets into the mix, Maddie Musselman, hitting for a goal, 3-0. Are we going to have the same result as the day before, an 8-5 win for Team USA? Well, hang on. Australia rallies back. In the second quarter now, after scoring a goal from Keisha Gophers to make it 3-1, more Gophers, this time from the field, 3-2. Later on, second quarter, after Team USA had gone up 4-2, Nicola Zagami answers to make it 4-3, and a much closer game as we go into halftime. Third quarter action now. Team USA goes back to Musselman. She'll make it a 5-3 game as the United States has their sights set on the top of the podium. But Australia rallying once more. The big right-hander, Ash Southern, she will connect, and it's a 5-4 match as we move towards the fourth. In the fourth quarter, more Maddie Musselman. A hat trick here as Musselman puts away her third, and Team USA goes up 6-4, but Australia wouldn't quit. Southern able to hit right here, making it 6-5. Australia now scrambling to try and tie this game. They ran into a star goalie known as Ashley Johnson. She shuts down the shot here to keep it 6-5. Then final moments, Captain Rowie Webster, she goes off the post to no avail, and it would end 6-5. Team USA takes home the gold. They leave Texas with their first championship of the year. Now, after spending a week in the Dallas, Texas area, I learned that people there really enjoy water polo, and it's growing pretty fast, but more importantly, they like their food. We're talking barbecue and Whataburger. If you don't know what Whataburger is, you're about to find out, because head coach Adam Krikorian learned the hard way. There's no other burger options in the state of Texas. You got to go with the big W.
I'm from California.
Awesome.
So you're going to have to help me here in a minute.
He's never had a Whataburger.
And you're going to love it when you try it.
Y'all go with the Whataburger, the number one. Hold the pickles though. Here we go.
What do you think?
What a burger.
Nailed it.
All kidding aside, the Whataburger, the Whata Fries, the Whata Size makes for a great time, but one of the main reasons this event was located in the Dallas, Texas area and in Louisville was to shed light on the growth of water polo in the state, not just at the club level, but also at the high school level. All week long, there were volunteers from the Thunder Water Polo Club, from the Flower Mound High School Water Polo Team. Area athletes came together to watch, volunteer, help out, meet Team USA. Local TV was all over it all week long. Here's a couple of excerpts of some stories shedding light on the growth of Texas water polo and how it might get even bigger in the future.
Potential Olympic athletes play and really give water polo a chance, a sport many here hope you'll be hearing a lot more about as they attempt to bring it more mainstream in North Texas. Some of the world's best taking the pool, hopeful to soon take Olympic gold. While in the stands,
It can get intense.
David Moulton studies their moves.
I haven't really been able to see teams like at this level play before.
Hopeful to just make best in his school.
It can become a lot better. Not many people know about it. Some people don't even know we have a water polo team.
Locally, water polo is fast growing, but in the high schools, it's still only a club sport.
We would love to get water polo to a point where you're growing up, you're 5 years old, and you're kind of looking around what to do next, and water polo can jump out at you.
Maggie Steffens is the best women's water polo player in the world, MVP of the last Olympics, captain of the Olympic gold medal champion.
Every year we're growing and we're growing and we're growing, but even to have it grow even more here in Texas.
We're actually grown over 100, so there's more than 100 high schools playing. This is Team Brazil.
Chris Cullen is a local North Texas coach.
Anytime a kid gets to see the best in the world, then that inspires them.
Great stuff there, and we thank those folks for coming out to shine a light on water polo in the state of Texas. Keep in mind, high school water polo this season right around the corner. We'll have full coverage right here on the Counterattack of all the state champs from the state of Texas. More high-level water polo started this past weekend as the 2016 National League got underway. So at the very same time, in Southern California, you had National League action. In Texas, you had Fina Women's Intercontinental Tournament action. There was great water polo going on everywhere. A full slate of games wrapped Saturday evening. Here's highlights of two of the key matches from the weekend, and they ended up being a bit more lopsided than we thought. First things up, the New York Athletic Club taking on USA Red. They were on fire, and by they, I mean the New York Athletic Club. Olympian John Mann gets us started here in the first, fighting off some defenders. He'll score to make it 1-0. USA Red turns to one of their top players, Ash Moulton. He responds quickly from the outside, 1-1, and USA Red right there, but only for the moment. Nyack up 4-1, make it 5-1. Bret Bonanni tips it in on the assist from Griffin White, and that's the score after one. We go second quarter, same beginning as the first. John Mann opens the quarter with a backhand shot, his third of the match, a 6-1 lead. More New York after that. Jeff Terrell, his second goal of the match, this coming from Tony Azevedo, and at halftime, all New York, 11-2, they are in front. USA Red looking for any way back in this match. Felix Brosnia-Willem, he'll find the net for USA Red on the dish from Chase Travisano, 12-3, but again, New York answering. Bret Bonanni on the power play strike, 13-3. USA Red turns to Quinton Osborne. He'll take it on the dish from Travisano, and USA Red makes it a 10-goal difference here at 14-4. Just after that, Brosnia-Willem from Moulton with just 1 second left in the quarter. This makes it 14-5, but you know how this story is going to end. The New York Athletic Club just too strong. The roster, to put it lightly, is loaded. John Mann here opens the fourth with the assist from Josh Samuels, 15-5. And then more Bonanni action late in the fourth. He'll take it from Samuels, 18-5. New York walks to victory in this one, 19-5. They get off to a hot start, 2-0 on the weekend to kick off the National League. Afterwards, Bret Bonanni on the big start for New York.
It's a lot of fun to play with other guys in college. You're used to playing against them, but then you get to play with them. It's a lot of fun. A lot of guys I played with in high school. So it's fun to get back on the same team as some of your friends. It's all about, showing up and being ready to play, especially on a weekend like this. You got to be focused and don't underestimate, any of the teams you play, and just show up ready to play and focus. National League's great. A lot of older guys with a lot of experience, a lot of young guys. Everyone's pretty much learning from everyone. Everyone's having a lot of fun with each other, playing out in the sun, beautiful places. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's great for the sport. It's great for all of us.
Now we go to Olympic Club and USA Blue, an established club and some of the best on the national team, duking it out, and O Club strikes first. Zach Monsees opens with an assist from Brian Dudley. They go ahead 1-0. Olympic Club cruising in this first quarter. They get ahead 3-0 with 44 seconds left, but USA Blue finally breaks through. Jackson Kimball from Luca Cupido making it 3-1 after one. USA Blue continues to rally in the second quarter. Nick Bell from Cupido on the power play to start things off in the second, making it a 3-2 game in favor of the Olympic Club. Then USA Blue turns to Max Irving, and he comes through in a major way. He'll open the third quarter here on the assist from Bennett Williams. That ties the game at 3-3. Then on the 6-on-5, Irving, thanks to the dish from Thomas Dunston, and now USA Blue has erased that deficit. They've gone ahead 4-3. Chancellor Ramirez would make it 5-3 for USA Blue before the Olympic Club started to get their act together in the second half. J.P. McDonnell will score here on the easy one, making it 5-4. That would be as close as they would get here. Fourth quarter action now. Chancellor Ramirez on the 6-on-5. Cupido finds him. Second goal of the day, 7-4 USA Blue. And then a 1:09 left in the match. Grant Stein spots Thomas Dunston. 9-4 USA Blue rallies from a 3-0 hole to take the victory. Afterwards, Max Irving joined us to talk about the win.
Well, this is like my first time really playing in the National League. I got the invitation over winter break, and I just really thought it'd be a great opportunity to play with a lot of high-level players so I can try to elevate my game as much as possible and just play with a new group of guys, which will be really exciting. Playing against everybody. On every team, there's guys who used to be or who currently are the best on their college team, so just matching up with those guys as much as possible and just trying to take away something from everybody. And then just playing hard, just getting to know the goalies, trying to some things I might be able to beat them with moving forward, and then just, getting to know guys' tendencies and trying to learn as much as possible.
There's no rest for the water polo weary. After a big weekend of games in SoCal and Texas last weekend, we keep moving this weekend. First in Florida, it's the College Alumni Tournament, a chance for some old college buddies to get together and vie for one more trophy. We'll have results of this coming next week on the show. And then in Riverside this weekend, the first of 2 ODP National Championships. Boys action gets started this Friday. Title matches on Sunday. We'll have a full report next week on the Counterattack from all the good times in Riverside this weekend. Good luck to everyone traveling to both of those events. We know athletes are coming from all across the country to compete. Also, results to talk about: high-level college water polo. This past weekend, some of the best squads in action. Here's a look at some key results from this past weekend. Mercyhurst and Cal State Monterey Bay, a little East Coast-West Coast battle, and Mercyhurst takes it 12-11 in overtime. Now to NorCal, Cal beating Pacific 8-5. A little SoCal, UCLA over UC Irvine 11-6, and Stanford having their way with an improved UC Davis team 14-5. As we told you earlier, this weekend, a big one in water polo. State championships will be decided in the southern half of California as CIF action comes to a close in girls water polo. Some of the top teams, not just in the state, but in the country, will be in competition, including Laguna Beach. Can they three-peat as Division I Southern Section champs? We'll have full results next week on the Counterattack, so come back and join us for that. Good luck to all the athletes competing. And now we turn to your favorite segment, the social media send-off. The best of what you're doing on social media. Don't forget, use the hashtag Counterattack. Tweet at us, Facebook at us, Instagram at us, Snap at us even, at USAWP. We'll show it all right here. We jump right in what was a heavy social media week in the state of Texas. Fans getting the chance to hang out with Team USA at every turn. Here's a tweet from Julia, chilling with Team USA in Texas. The team spent time after every game in the lobby of the Louisville Westside Aquatic Center, signing autographs, taking pictures, taking selfies. Great time had by all. Thunder Water Polo, the big host last week in Texas, hanging out with the team after they win gold. Here's a tweet there showing off exactly that. Then some old school Team USA, and not that old school, but alumni from the USA Women's Olympic Water Polo teams in years past, hanging out with the cast of the O Show in Vegas. There was a big Olympic reunion in Las Vegas last weekend. Heather Petrie sharing that. More on the Whataburger visit here. NBC anchor Chris Gutierrez, this man loves Whataburger, and I'm not understating that. Able to share a couple of photos here of his visit with Adam Krikorian. Thunder Polo telling you about all the awesome crowds that showed up in Louisville last week to check out the action. A great time to see high-level water polo in an area that hasn't normally gotten it. We appreciate all those fans coming out. Now we turn to college signings. How about from East Coast to West Coast, from Georgia to San Diego? Perry here, via the Stu Sheldon Twitter account, has made it known he's going to be at Triton. Exciting time whenever you can figure out where you're going to go to school. Even better when you know you're going to play water polo. Flop Friday, we've told you about it often here on the show. It's a tradition. It is gaining steam. Just because the team went to Texas doesn't mean they took time off. Mike Richard, a photojournalist in the Dallas area, capturing this look at Flop Friday. And look who joined the party. Assistant coach Dan Klatt with really excellent form. Fully committed. We look forward to seeing more Flop Fridays. Teams out there, get organized. Friday's only a couple of days away. Do your Flop Friday. Put it on Twitter, Instagram, tag us. We'll check it out next week. From there, not everyone could be in Texas to watch the action. We know many of you stream the games live. We appreciate that. Allison, one of them, had this sweet setup here with the game streaming on the flat screen. Good job. The USA men, they are still working hard as they work towards Rio. The goalkeepers, some people think goalies have it easy. They don't have to swim as much. Merrill Moses, McQuinn Barron, loaded up with the weight vests, working on their treading water. That doesn't look like the easiest practice ever. From there, our fearless leader, CEO Chris Ramsey, riding a bull in Texas. I present that to you without interruption. From there, we go ODP in Oahu. Coach Linton sharing this. A great day for water polo and ODP in Hawaii. It's always a great day in Hawaii. I've yet to hear someone complain about being in Hawaii. Last but not least, Los Angeles 2024, officially a bid city for the Olympic Games, revealed their logo in a big ceremony last week. Hashtag Follow the Sun is what they're using, and a pretty cool logo. Congrats to them. Happy to see that available and out, and we're supporting their efforts to bring the Olympics to Los Angeles in 2024. That's the best of what we saw on social media last week. We want to see more of it next week. Share what you have. Don't forget, use the hashtag counterattack. We'll share it right here. That'll do it for this week's show. Thanks for watching. When you're on the counterattack, look weak side.